there were probably 4 kids who were making movies. And there was no film class, there was no camera class, there was nothing formal to show students how to make movies, but these guys and some girls were going out and making movies, and they're making them for themselves. And I thought that's really cool, because they were using DSLRs and whatever else they could find, and so they were using the kind of cameras I wanted to teach them how to use. And I thought, wow, A, these guys need somewhere to showcase their work, and B, isn't this a great tool to get them interested in learning to work the camera, learning to do lights, learning to manage a crew, all that kind of stuff. And so that's where the Film Fest came from.
I performed in plays and films at SCAD. I've done some things at Armstrong. I did a project a while ago at Georgia Southern, all these different other schools, and I'm like, we're not doing that here at the university I went to, and there's a need for it, because there's so many students that love to produce films, love to act in them, and want to be able to do something that's here. They might not have resources to get to SCAD or Armstrong anywhere else, and so I was like, yeah, we should do that. Like you said, there were a couple of students that had been shooting their own projects. I know I had stacks of scripts that had collected dust somewhere, and I was like, sure, I could dust those off and help bring them to life, and so that's why I jumped in and was like, yeah, let's do this.
Well, I'll tell you another surprise for me. SSU is full of geeks. And there's a lot of movie geeks here. They've been extremely positive about it, and it's starting to spread. So where I came here and we had like 4 people who love to make films, now we've got 15, 16, 17.
It's homegrown here at Savannah State, but that's why we're trying to open up to everyone to change the culture here about the creative body that is here across the board in the fine arts department, because there are so many gifted people. I went to school with a lot of them. They're working in Atlanta now, Florida, and some other areas. I know some people in DC, wherever, that are here, but no one really took the time to bring something here to focus on. Because everybody, when I came down here, I'm from Macon, Georgia. I moved down here 10 years ago, and it was like, you should be at SCAD, or why aren't you at SCAD doing this, or why aren't you here? And I'm like, why can't we be doing this here? We have the resources to do it. It's just a matter of putting the minds together to make it happen. And so that's what Tracy brought to the table, and I was like, let's go for it.
We've got 5 categories. We have horror, science fiction, we have drama, we have comedy, documentary, and music video. And these students, as you can imagine, love music videos. So we have a faculty alumni category, and we have a student category. So that way, old guys like me don't compete with the students, because that's not fair. So you don't have to be, so like for example, if you wanted to do a movie, you and I could get together and do a film, and that would go in the faculty alumni section. All the students who do them, it goes into the student category. So you don't have to be a student here. You just have to know someone here, and that will kind of determine where, and work with them. And that will kind of determine what category you go in. We're kind of teaching each other, but they're also seeing that, hey, what I've been interested in is legit. I can go do this, and I've got somewhere to showcase it. And all the young creative people really enjoyed that, having somewhere to showcase their stuff.
Talking to people afterwards, though, that's what I really love when you get to do talkbacks, or just talk to people afterwards and get their perception and interpretation about your vision. Fortunately, if you did your best work, most of it would be positive reception, but even some of the feedback that, from people who are more professional too, especially when I did the one in Atlanta about what could be better when it comes to lighting and certain things. And that's what we want to get our students used to too, because that's a part of the business and part of the game. You need to, after you do shoot and do these projects, which some of the students that were already filming stuff, like Tracy said, didn't have anywhere to display them. So here's a platform to display them. We have professionals there, and as well as just your peers, to view these pieces of work and see them react, how they respond. It's very helpful for your next project too. Most film festivals cost a lot of money. Ours is only $10 for the submission and $5 for any other piece after that. So if you want to submit 3 pieces, that's $20 compared to if you're going to another festival and you're paying like $35 a piece for each submission.
I think we want to invite everybody who's interested. Just come and watch us. It's going to be April the 13th and the 14th. Come and see our film fest. Come and enjoy it. And after that, it's going to be come and participate.